Hi everyone, Chef Ryan here.
Chef Anna.
And we're from Growing Chefs Ontario. For this month's kids cooking class, we showed you a recipe with strawberries, we showed you a recipe with cherries. So we thought it would be a fun idea to show you a recipe with both strawberries and cherries. So today we're going to show you how to make a clafoutis. Chef Anna, what's a clafoutis?
I'm glad you asked. A clafoutis is a French baked custard, but it reminds me of a big baked pancake. It's traditionally using black cherries, but we're going to use sour cherries and strawberries today.
Did you know that it spread through France in the 19th century?
I did not.
Little fun fact for you there. So to start our clafoutis, Chef Anna is going to butter our baking dish.
Yeah, so I have 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter. It's important to use room temperature butter so it's easier to spread around. If you forgot to take your butter out of the fridge, that's okay. Soon the heat from your hands will warm the butter and you can really smear it around. It feels like a lot of butter, but this is French cooking, so we're gonna go with it.
After Chef Anna greases our pie dish, I'm going to make the batter. Like Chef Anna said, it's sort of like a pancake, so it's going to be a very loose batter. I'll start by cracking 4 eggs into my bowl. To my 4 eggs, I'm going to add a 1.5 cups of milk, Chef Anna?
Yes, a 1.5 cups of milk. Chef Ryan, why are we mixing the wet things together?
Usually when we're doing baking, we do wet meets dry so that we don't overmix our batter. We don't want a tough sort of cake or pancake.
So when Chef Ryan's talking about a tough cake or pancake, that has to do with gluten development. And gluten is what is found in flour, and it is created through both mixing and moisture. So you need both of those things to create gluten. And the more that you mix, the more gluten you create, and the more tough of a baked good you create because gluten is a protein structure.
How much vanilla do we have going in here?
Half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Maybe 1 teaspoon.
Depending how strong your vanilla is. I think we need some sugar in here.
Mm-hmm.
How much sugar, Chef Anna?
That is a 1/4 cup of sugar.
Did you know that sugar is a wet ingredient, or considered a wet ingredient anyhow?
And why is that?
That's a great question. Why is that, Chef Anna?
I think because we use the wet ingredients to really dissolve the sugar, and it also, in certain recipes, sugar can create structure when it's whipped.
So is that all of our wet ingredients in here?
Yes, chef.
I think a pinch of salt as well.
And why are we adding salt to a sweet dessert?
That's a good question. Salt brings out flavor in any cooking. So whether it's sweet or savory, you always want to add a little bit of salt. How much flour?
3/4 cup of flour.
So we're just going to whisk it until all of the flour is incorporated and there are no lumps. But like Chef Anna said, we don't want to overmix it. We're now going to pour half of our batter into the bottom of our greased baking dish. Chef Anna, do we have the oven preheating right now?
Yes, we do. It's always important that when you're baking to preheat your oven. So what you're doing goes into a hot oven and not just an oven that's warming up. The oven temperature, the heat, is part of the chemical reaction that happens when we're baking. So we want to make sure that it's accurate. I've set the oven to 350, but if you're using a convection oven, you're going to set it to 325.
Okay, that looks good. I'm going to pour half of the batter now into our prepared baking dish.
And next, I'm gonna scatter all of our beautiful fruit. So we've taken the pits out of these cherries, which I would definitely recommend. Nobody likes biting down on a a cherry pit.
Traditionally, this dessert was made with the pits still in them, though.
Oh.
Cherry pits have a bit of an almond extract flavor to them, so traditionally it added more flavor to the cake. But like Chef Anna said, no one wants to sort of eat that slowly, fishing for cherry pits. So now that Chef Anna has sprinkled all of our beautiful summer red fruit, we're going to pour the rest of the batter over top. After we pour the last bit of our batter in, Chef Anna,
we're going to finish by sprinkling the top with sugar. And this will just add a bit more sweetness as well as some caramelization to the top of our clafoutis. It looks like a lot of sugar, but remember, we only put in a 1/4 cup of sugar into our batter, and usually when you're making cakes or pancakes, it can be all the way up to a 1/2 cup or even a cup.
how easy was that? So now it's going to go into our nice and hot oven. For how long would you say, Chef Anna?
45 minutes to an hour. You know when it's done when the top is golden and you insert a toothpick and it comes out mostly clean. It is more of a custard than a cake, so it will be wet.
And depending on your oven at home, you'll have to sort of keep an eye on it. So maybe after about 20 minutes, take a look at it and see where it's at. All right, so it's been in the oven for 40 minutes. You can see it's nice and brown and caramelized on top. It's gotten a lot puffier than before we put it in the oven.
And before we brought it out of the oven, you could actually see it puff up. It collapsed as soon as it came out, but that's also another way to tell that it's almost or is done.
Are you ready to try it?
I'm ready. So we're using a scoop. This doesn't really cut very well because it is more of a custard than a cake. So scooping is fine. It's okay if it's messy. And the best way to serve this is with some ice cream or whipped cream, or you can enjoy it just on its own. Thank you.
Because we did butter the bottom so well, it's coming out quite easily. Ready? Cheers.
Cheers.